Just imagine being left alone in the whole world with only one kangaroo. This is the scenario in today's story.
It begins with a man named Yui heading to the moon in a rocket.
Meanwhile, a massive asteroid, even larger than the one that wiped out the dinosaurs, was on a collision course with Earth. In response, humanity devised a plan.
They equipped a space station, which included Yui's flight to the moon, with modern weapons designed to destroy the asteroid and use the moon's gravity to pull the debris away from Earth.
After 8 years of relentless work, the mission was a success. With their task complete, Yui and his companions were ready to return to Earth.
Before departing, Yui wanted to confess his love to Commander Zink.
Preparing for this, he went to his room, put on his headphones, and listened to music.
During this time, Astronaut Shu nervously informed Commander Zink that a malfunction had occurred with their weapons.
In half an hour, all the asteroid's debris would crash onto the moon. Commander Zink immediately ordered the evacuation of the space station. Everyone rushed to their rockets, but Yui was still engrossed in writing his love letter, oblivious to the alarms due to his headphones. Realizing the urgency, he sprinted towards the base station, relieved to see 6 rockets still present.
However, in a blink, 5 rockets launched, leaving Yui with only one option.
Desperately trying to contact his team without success, Yui raced his rover towards the remaining rocket. Suddenly, a massive pit swallowed his rover. By the time he emerged, the last rocket had taken off.
Asteroid debris began raining down, and Yui sought shelter in another pit.
But debris hit the pit, rendering him unconscious. When he regained consciousness, Yui initially believed Earth would rescue him. However, witnessing a colossal asteroid colliding with Earth and destroying it shattered his hopes. For 6 months, Yui tried to contact Earth. Eventually, he accepted his fate. Fortunately, he had enough supplies to survive indefinitely. After honoring the fallen, Yui decided to fulfill his wishes, starting with spending time in Commander Zink's room. However, without the password, he couldn't enter. His second wish was to surf on the moon's surface. He struggled initially, but eventually succeeded after several days. Still, he couldn't access Zink's room and, in frustration, blew the door open. Yui then decided to go on a date with a picture of Zink.
During the date, he accidentally spilled ketchup on the photo and seized the moment to kiss it.
Unbeknownst to him, the entire space station team watched from their new headquarters. Seeing his actions, they looked away, while Zink, shocked by the network failure, only saw Yui and cancelled his rescue mission. Chairman Enji then announced that the government had decided to broadcast Yui's new life to the world within the next 30 days. After the asteroid struck Earth, flooding submerged the land when Yui was 30 years old, transforming everyone's lives completely. The government aimed to inspire hope among the people through Yui, showcasing how he continued to live even when stranded alone. However, Astronaut Shu doubted Yui's capability for this task. Commander Jing explained that they would dub Yui's voice for the world to hear his story. Jing fabricated a heroic tale of Yui sacrificing his seat on the rocket to save a crew member, broadcasting this narrative to the world. Meanwhile, after 196 days, Yui went to the warehouse for medicine. At headquarters, a voiceover artist named Flutist was called to dub Yui's voice, but he had no script or guidance. When Yui reached the warehouse, he encountered a strange new figure he initially mistook for a girl. Approaching, he realized it was a strong kangaroo. As the live stream started, the camera zoomed in on the kangaroo's face, and Flutist, unaware, began dubbing according to the kangaroo's lip movements. Jing tried to stop Flutist, but it was too late. Many people had already seen it. This mistake led Jing and Shu to appear before the chairman, where they revealed that their research team had left a kangaroo named Khan at the base station. Additionally, it was disclosed that Flutist was not a professional voiceover artist, but an influencer who dubs different things on social media. Following this, Jing decided to narrate Yui's video like a story instead of dubbing it. To lure Kang into the spaceship, Yui disguised himself as a female kangaroo. However, when Kang discovered Yui's true identity, he attacked him, much to Flutist's amusement. Jing took full responsibility for the mishap and soon received another update. Yui and Kang were about to have a fight in the spaceship.
Everyone watched the fight intently until Kang overpowered Yui and knocked him unconscious.
Upon regaining consciousness and seeing the lines on the communication channel,
Yui cried tears of joy, realizing people were still alive on Earth.
After reconciling, Yui and Kang decided to head to a broken Apollo 18 to reach the lunar station. Their goal was to find a rocket that could take them back to Earth
and Yui used all his strength to achieve this. After finding the lunar dot that could help him, Yui dedicated all his attention to rebuilding the spacecraft, surprising everyone with his determination. When Jing reviewed Yui's file, he discovered that Yui was originally a flight dynamics engineer currently working in the maintenance department. On his 282nd day, Yui explained that his rover had a weight limit due to its broken engine, so he had to transfer it to Kong. They decided to leave Kong at the base and move on, but Kong stubbornly brought it back. Yui then remembered that he could use a weapon as a prototype engine, despite the danger involved. Astronaut Shu overheard this and informed the team that while it was possible to bring the prototype engine to the base, it needed to be done before sunset since it operated on solar power. Given that 1 lunar day equals 14 Earth days, they realized the challenge. Despite doubts, Yui began driving in the opposite direction at sunset. He knew that when the sun set on the moon, it became deadly cold. Jing understood that Yui planned to continuously chase the sun, giving him 41 days. By the 28th day, Yui and Kong were exhausted. They tied themselves together with a rope and finally reached the engine after several days of driving. Yui started pressing a button, which fortunately was just the engine check button. They secured it and returned to their base. On the way back, the handle separated from the engine. By the time Yui realized it, much time had passed. He knew that if he went back for Kong, they would lose sunlight. Though Yui initially decided to leave Kong, he quickly turned back. After some time, he reached Kong. Everyone believed they wouldn't return in time. Jing ordered the team to find the lunar dock so its battery could help them return to the base. Due to continuous driving without sleep, Yui and Kong were extremely tired. They had only 5 hours of battery left when the lunar dock activated. However, it was in power-saving mode and couldn't find them. 55 kilometers from the base, the battery drained, forcing Yui and Kong to exit the ship. Astronaut Shu took control of the lunar dock, aiming to help Yui, but it fell into a huge pit due to battery drain, causing sadness among everyone on Earth. Though disappointed, Yui and Kong sat talking and stargazing. Yui, lost in memories of Zinc, suddenly saw Kong chasing the reflection of a glass. This gave Yui an idea. He attached a sled to Kong's back, leveraging his surfing practice. They sped forward, but a huge pit loomed ahead. Yui cleverly used nitrogen tanks to cross it. Their success brought joy and hope to everyone on Earth. Honoring Yui's bravery, the chairman often attended ceremonies in his name. Jing informed the chairman that communication lines would be fixed in 3 months, after which they could contact Yui. Things gradually improved, but a large piece of pious stride remained a threat. One day, while playing, Kong accidentally touched some wires, displaying signals on the screen. Yui, recalling similar signals, felt despair, fearing no one on Earth had survived. Meanwhile, Jing worked tirelessly to repair the communication lines. A few days later, Yui made a female kangaroo toy for Kong. Feeling desperate, he ventured outside the ship to end it all. Jing broadcasted Yui's true feelings to the world, asking everyone to turn their phone flashlights towards the moon. Just as Yui was about to remove his helmet, he saw lights from Earth and fell to his knees, crying. Returning to the base, Yui turned on the communication button and finally heard his comrades. They informed him about the live streaming on Earth. Speechless, Yui saw Zinc in front of him and felt overjoyed at her greeting. For the next few days, engineers helped Yui repair his spacecraft, but seeing Zinc brought him true happiness. One night, after the spacecraft was ready, Yui confided in Jing that he had joined the maintenance department for her. He wasn't initially ready, but after falling in love with Zinc, he decided to stay, even taking on small tasks. Jing admitted seeing Yui running that day, but regretted not waiting for him. Their conversation distracted them from the looming asteroid threat. The next day, Kong and Yui were prepared to return home. With their team's help, they launched the spacecraft safely, bringing joy to everyone. After 923 days on the moon, Yui and Kong arrived at the space station, where Shu urgently informed everyone about the rapidly approaching asteroid piece. At this point, the chairman believed that only one man could save them from this impending danger, Yui. The engine of his ship was a powerful weapon. Jing rushed to the control room and stopped the live stream, surprising everyone. But Yui had already learned of the danger through his headphones. He understood that to save Earth, he would have to steer the missiles towards the asteroid and return to his spacecraft before they detonated. Everyone on Earth was ordered to head to underground bunkers. Yui secured Kong in his seat to ensure a safe return, but Kong insisted on staying with him. Yui navigated through numerous obstacles, and after colliding with a rock, his spacecraft started spinning.
To stabilize it, he detached a compartment from the craft and launched the missiles.
The missiles were on target, but without the engine, Jing was worried. She didn't want to sacrifice Yui, but he reassured her to focus on saving Earth.
Yui guided his ship towards the asteroid and requested the live stream to resume.
Thanking everyone for their support, he detached the missiles and moved towards the asteroid, singing Sync's favorite song. Tears streamed down everyone's faces as they watched. Upon reaching the asteroid, Jing struggled to press the missile button, her mind flooded with memories of Yui.
Yui reminded her of her responsibility, urging her to press the button.
A massive explosion followed, shattering the asteroid into small pieces that seemed like stars descending upon Earth. Seeing this, Khan, along with millions of people, watched in awe. A boy in the crowd told his younger sister that they could go home because of the Moon Man. Over the next 10 years, Earth gradually returned to normal. The new chairman of the space program, Lassie, announced plans for humans to return to the moon. Jing was ready to go back. Upon arriving, she saw the moments Yui described, bringing tears of joy to her eyes. Looking at Earth with a companion, she pointed out the debris of the asteroid that now orbited Earth like a ring, a constant reminder of the Moon Man's heroism. If you ever had the chance, would you like to leave Earth? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video.